Okay, I'm making this video just to show what you might see with this KSGER brand solder station. I've got a variety of these same brand tips. They're about $3 a piece. And I'm going to show, I've got one loaded up right now. I think what's JO2 or something, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm going to show part of the break-in procedure that you need to do for these tips, because when you first get it, you may see an error message, and you kind of need to cycle it through the different temperatures until it starts to stabilize. Not only will the temperatures stabilize, but they will also become more accurate. Anyway, I'm going to show an example here. I'm going to turn this up to, say, 430. See if we get any problems. No, looks okay. The maximum on this unit is 480. You see we're getting a couple of error messages and some big temperature variations. This is all part of the break-in procedure. It's basically a normal thing you're going to see, and it will clear up and go away as you use these tips. Just gonna keep on it. Normally I cycle up and then down. I'll keep it at 470 for a while, then I'll go down to 410 maybe, and then go back up to 470. I give it a chance to cool down a little bit, and then I'll bring it back up to temperature. And after going through about 6 or 7 of these tips and measuring the actual temperature, or at least as close as I can get with this sort of imitation temperature measuring device. It's basically a Hacko clone, but it seems to be pretty reliable, even though I'm not sure about its absolute accuracy. But I've noticed these tips become more accurate the more you use them. Let's see what we get. See, it's having trouble. This is the power that it's putting into it. You see it's jumping to 100%. It should be a lot lower than that. It should be like 0 to 30%. That's typically what you'll see once they're sort of stabilized. Let's go down a little bit. Okay, see, this is much more stable. Of course, you're probably not supposed to be using these tips at 470 and 480. That's pretty extreme, pretty up there as far as temperature goes. Looks like it's giving it too much power and it's kind of overshooting. See 542, so it overshoots and then it cuts power completely to drop back down. So we get these big temperature swings, and this will go away as you use the tip. Definitely helps to cycle it, set it to a lower temperature and then go back up to a high temperature. This video is getting kind of long. This one is having a little more trouble than the rest. It's taking a little bit longer for it to stabilize. Let's try 460. Okay, the power usage is a lot less. Instead of 100%, we're at 60 something percent. So it's a little more stabilized. It's not quite there yet. Oh, now we're back up to 100%. So yeah, I'll keep doing this, and eventually it will stop giving an error message. But just wanted to explain this break-in procedure you're going to have with each of these tips. I think every tip, especially at these higher temperatures, is going to give you that error message. You basically want to start off running them low, like maybe a couple of minutes at 150 degrees, and then maybe a couple minutes at 300 degrees. And you can kind of judge it for yourself. As you go up in temperature, you might get an error message. See, this is pretty stable here. Wow, look at that. So far, so good. The temperature variations. Oh, now the temperatures have jumped again. It was doing pretty good there for a few seconds. Small jumps in temperature. So I'm going to keep at it. Most of them are pretty much stabilized within 4 or 5 minutes. And I don't ever see the error message after that. This one's getting a little more stubborn. Anyway, this is all I wanted to talk about in this video. Alright, thank you very much.